Hi everyone, it's Kate from the Fold Line. I am back this week with the edit. I hope you're well and having a nice weekend. So we have got a really good week again of patterns, some exciting stuff, a new designer, some ace new labels, new patterns, lots of nice stuff. So settle in and we'll get started. I'm going to start with the new designer we've got on the site. BF Patterns, which I'm sure many of you have heard of. They are part of Blackbird Fabrics, which is a Canadian fabric shop that does the most sexy fabrics. So if you haven't seen them before, go and check them out. You can get them shipped over to the UK, which I have done a few times. Really great quality, beautiful range. Kind of, if I was trying to sort of, if you haven't heard of them, kind of merchant and millsy with a bit more print. Got some really nice plains, but that sort of like tonal palette, yeah, really great. Check them out if you haven't. So they've got 6 patterns and I'll talk you through a few of them, and yeah, PDF only I should say for all of them. So let's start with the Bestie Bag, which I know has been wildly popular and I can completely see why. So it's kind of like a banana shape bag, kind of like a half moon with a zip across the top. It goes over, so you wear it kind of across crossbody. There are 2 different sizes, so you can make it kind of larger or medium size. There are different options with the strap. You can have it with a little thing to make it go up and down. I can never remember what that little thing is called, you know what I mean. And you can either have it the strap kind of knotted if you didn't want it to go up, if you didn't want that little, what is it called? Help me out. Can't remember, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so it should be a really useful item. Everyone has gone so nuts for it, I can completely see why. There is also a little expansion pack with a mini variation, which I love. I actually like this proportion the best out of all of them. A really kind of cute little kind of miniature version. Yeah, they're really lovely. So if you haven't seen them, go and check them out. So I'm going to talk about the next pattern, which I love of theirs. So it's BF Patterns again, Selena set this one. It's super, super cute. So you can pick between 2 different options. If I show the line drawing, we can have a look. It's a very simple skirt, ever so slightly flared, cut so that it sits kind of high waist, or kind of like quite high up and like higher than your belly button. It's got a little split up the back as well, which is great for movement. Then there is a high neck little top that goes with it. You can either have it's got a kind of keyhole opening at the back, and you can either have it with a button or a tie, depending on what you'd like. And then there's elasticated at the bottom. So the main difference between the dress and the kind of top and skirt is that the dress is joined just a little bit at the front. So actually the construction of both of these is totally the same. It's just if you'd like to keep them as separate or have them together. But I do really like the shape. You get that little like V shape then at the front, which I think is really lovely if you want it as a dress. I think it's really cute. I think it would look great on lots of different people, and the proportions of it are they've just absolutely nailed it. So I was quite excited by that. Then there is a really great pair of called the Tailor Trousers. These again come in sizes 0 to 20, 14 to 32, PDF only. Such a great pair of trousers, straight cut. You can choose between a pleated front, which makes them feel like a traditional pair of tailored trousers, or flat fronted. Both have a fly, and then you can choose at the back, you can either have welt pockets or patch pockets. But again, it was nice to see them on different models, and I think they look like a really kind of solid pair of trousers if you're on the hunt. Last but not least, from Blackbird Fabrics, we've got the Nicole knit top and dress. This is a great wardrobe staple if you're looking for something kind of a knit pattern. You can choose between sleeveless or long sleeved. You can make it into a top or a dress. So the dress, you can cut it obviously you can obviously cut it as long as you want. You could have it as a maxi dress. You could cut it as a mini dress, or a midi dress, depending on what you'd like. There's a split at the back with the long version, because obviously then that kind of slightly restricts your movement. boat neckline, but yeah, a really good simple staple if you're looking for one. So yeah, do go and check out the rest of their patterns, and I'm sure we're going to have more from them, which is exciting. Next up, this is a labels public service announcement. We have just got the new labels in from Little Rosie Cheeks. There are some really great ones if you haven't seen them, if you're in the kind of market for some new labels. Particularly, I was quite excited by, I'll show you these ones, velvet labels. I've never seen these before. We went to the knitting stitching show and saw them, and we were all like, right, we need those because they're really lovely and soft. So they say made by me, and they're really sweet. I just really liked those. There's also some great ones, like sparkly ones for party wear, so made to party. There's also, which I thought would be a really lovely Christmas present, which is called Made in 2025. So you can put them in all your makes for next year, and you know, it's quite nice to give something like this now, and then you've got an entire year to use them all up. But yeah, there's quite a few fun ones, and we really love these ones, the bespoke and original ones. They've got they almost look like a grosgrain ribbon. They've got that really lovely texture on them, which again, I've never seen on kind of labels or like that we can get. So yeah, they're really nice, kind of, I say, like interestingly textural. There's also another velvet one with handmade on, which is lovely as well, kind of Christmassy feel. So yeah, there's some really nice things if you are feeling like you wanted to treat yourself for something. Do labels count as treating yourself, or can we class them under essential items that you need for your sewing room? I'm not sure. Maybe they could fall into essential items, like you know, like pins and stuff. Anyway, that's a conversation for another time. Next pattern we've got is from Itch to Stitch, and this is the Tapy Cardigan. Now, I am really excited about this one. If you, I have got a cardigan which I bought from the shop Suzanne, and it's dark green, and I've worn it quite a few times, and lots of people have asked on here basically whether I'd made it or not, which I hadn't, and whether they could suggest a pattern that was similar to it. Anyway, let me show you the picture of the Suzanne pattern, or like the Suzanne cut, because they make it every season and it's a really lovely, lovely cardigan. But now Itch to Stitch has basically done a dupe of it. Obviously she adapted new, but it's almost exactly the same. So I was quite excited. I think this is a really useful item for your wardrobe. I wear my one all the time. So Itch to Stitch Tapy Cardigan. Sizing on this is a UK 6 to 36, and it's just such a great shape. So you can either make it kind of quite cropped, or you can make it so that it kind of sits a little bit longer depending on what you prefer. You can make it short sleeve or long sleeve. So I love the cropped version with the long sleeve. That's my personal favourite, but the collar shape is lovely. It's got a nice big placket, buttons down the front, and then it's got these little patch pockets with well, I never know what the flaps, I was about to say patch pocket with lids, but that is not definitely not the right word, but you know, the little like flaps on top of the pockets, and yeah, the proportion of it is perfect. I know that this is something that will be really useful in your wardrobe. So if you're looking for something like this that you can wear like in the spring as a jacket and in the winter as like a warm cardigan, this is perfect. So I was really, really excited to see this. Then we have got a pattern from Vivian Xiaochen, and this is the Georgia trousers. These are really beautiful if you haven't seen them yet. Sizing on this is a 0 to 34. They're also split into 2 different size bandings. PDF only for this. Oh, such a beaut. Okay, so if I show you the line drawing, then we can have a look at what's going on. So they are a kind of classic tailored pair of trousers, high-waisted, slightly tapered trouser. You can see, so they kind of come in at the ankle. They are cut to their ankle length. They've got quite big, nice deep pleat on the front. So they're kind of relaxed, tailored style trouser. There are patch pockets on the back, and they've got a slightly dropped crotch. So that's something for which I look for in a trouser. Anyone who's been blessed with a slightly larger bottom, that's a good phrase to hear. Yeah, the proportions of them are great. I love the kind of oversized patch pockets on the back. They're really beautiful shapes. So if you are thinking about a pair of trousers, they're definitely worth having a look at. And then last but not least, we have got the Juliana Martej Nikki pants. So these were released a week or so ago, so apologies, they got kind of lost in my list. But I wanted to make sure I spoke about them. So sizing on these is a UK 6 to 20. They are a straight cut pair of trousers. They're kind of her take on a cigarette pant. So straight cut, high waisted, kind of fly fronted, all the things, kind of nice kind of tailoring details, welt pockets on the back. They're really cute pair of trousers. So if you are looking for something like this, I thought these would be really good for kind of like a work pair of trousers. They feel kind of smart but casual. So I'm sure they actually look like they'd be really comfortable as well. So that is it from me this week. I hope that was useful and you found something nice to sew. I will be back next week with another video. Have a lovely rest of your weekend. Bye.